Here we are. We're making a new character. It's been like how long on this stream? We've been live for 9 minutes and I have yet to come to the start. We're making a woman because that's what we like. I never use rogues. Rogue? A rogue. What do you call multiple rogues? 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 What? I don't know. Dragon Slayer's Widow is the only rogue I've ever played. And that's kind of cool, but we do like a good warrior. Michelle, you're the only one in the chat, so you get to vote. Do you think we should make a warrior? And I'm forcing you to look at your own screen. This is why I need a secondary thing for... we love a good redhead. We can change her. Why is she even, like, why is that level of pale even an option? You know what? We're gonna start out super pale and then we're gonna get her into some sort of color. And that's going to be our accomplishment. I bet it would look very cool if it's like one shade off from the... That does look kind of cool, but I don't like the color. Yes, warrior. Slay Queen. I said Slay Queen and then the Valkyrie decided that, you know what? Slay the Queen. And there was just there was a noise. That, she kind of looks like a walking leaf. I'm kind of into it. Pronouns. When I last made a character, so I made the majority of my characters 17 and 18 years ago. This wasn't a thing. The one I made 5 years ago, it also wasn't a thing. She kind of looks like a leaf. What kind of name should we give her? Something like cool, like, oh maybe... Should we name her Greenleaf? She kind of looks like one. Leaf steak, no shit. We're gonna call her Greenleaf. And hairstyle. I kind of feel like that is a great place to start, and then we can style her better later. Why do I have... That one doesn't need to be there. And there's immediately pop-ups on my screen. You don't need to be there either. Oh, and apparently the signal is bad, so I apologize for that. We've made her. She exists. We go. It's the start of the game. Is there sound? We need more sound. I don't know why I'm whispering. That is a shit sword. She needs a better one. The Orb Saga. I thought it was the hero is bored. It's the perfect day for adventure. Great things are coming my way. I can just feel it. Was I the only one who was scared there? Because I was scared. A dragon? I thought level 1 characters were supposed to start off fighting rats or something. Here it come. The dragon is about to attack. Time to test my skills as a warrior. Ta-da! He is cute. She's kind of obnoxious and drinks too much tea. I feel like she's a parody of an English person. The path is clear, priestess. That is a cool arm bangle. Please pardon us, friend. We're just passing through. She's kind of obnoxious. Ain't gonna lie. And he has a little stick with a leaf on it. He matches me. What? I really should just eat this adventurer now. It would save me a lot of trouble in 30 or so levels. I don't know what voice that was. Okay. We got some experience points. Oh wow, I used to, when I first started, it was like this much. But you level up so quickly now. Because it's been 18 years and you need to get on with it. Because you're behind. Talking about carpets, I have a brand new carpet in the Valkyrie. And I've redone the bedroom and it's very cozy in here. It's extremely rainy outside, but I am warm and snug because the Valkyrie is 18 feet of pure awesome. Well, she's really 26 foot of pure awesome, but not the inside space. Hello, Bee! What the tabs? This is my small collection of tabs. This is barely any tabs. It's just... It's only 18 tabs. It's not even 20. This is baby amount of tabs. A bit laggy at times, I'm sorry. Hello, Bee. We're slaying the drapes much. I don't have any drapes in here. Sorry, Bee. She's gone rogue. Yeah, so Bee, this stream so far has just been Michelle amusedly watching me fail at being a streamer. Badly. So we're not doing a sim stream because one, I forgot the device at work that I watched the chat on. So I wouldn't be able to communicate with you guys if I Dylan! My first loot. Okay, that is probably better. Oh, I'm not allowed to even equip it. But it's better than what I have, so... That is... Oh. We can make out some ruins. Circumvent, and what is... I want to know what the Sir is called. We're gonna go do that honey quest with a character the appropriate amount of levels, and you'll see how very different it is. But yeah, I've been failing at being an adult. Oh no, the Moglin is gone. I wanted to keep him. I've been failing at streaming and remembering my devices. It is in my locker at work, so it isn't lost or anything. It's fine. We'll be back to normal on Wednesday, but that does mean I couldn't play The Sims because I wouldn't see the chat. And what fun is it if I can't see the chat? And I've also had an extreme week of adulting, and I can't bear to adult even in Sims 2. I just want to hit things. This isn't as hard as I remember it being. But I am being hit repeatedly in the head by buzzy things. And the third thing that's happened is that my book has arrived. And it's perfect. And I want to read it to you. So I'm going to very soon. tabs are good for you. Mystical device that allows communication whilst you're in the Simverse. It's my backup phone that I use for everything book related. I go on to YouTube with it and stay in the chat so I can speak to you guys. And I forgot it at work. And I do have 3 phones, but one of them is too old to go on the YouTube app. Yes, you heard that correctly. There are children old enough to go on the YouTube app, younger than that phone. One phone, my main phone, is outside right now creating a Wi-Fi spot so that I can stream, and the third one is lost temporarily. So yeah. Because I don't have multiple screens. I did order a desk so I wouldn't be so cramped when streaming, but the desk was too big for the Valkyrie, so I had to send it back. This week has been a lot. So now I'm just hitting an aunt over and over with a blunt object. That's the stream. Although I do think, like, you guys enjoy me being a bit dopey, so I hope you don't mind. Sometimes you are just gonna smack. And snack. I do have a snack plate next to me that, if I know myself at all, I'm not gonna snack on until the stream is over. The snack plate contains like little pom bears, so they're sort of very fluffy crisp, essentially. And some digestives with dark chocolate on them, and a few slices of chocolate orange. Her hair is boring me already, but I need to make it into the next town. Oh wow. She's making so much gold from this. That's never used to be the case. This was so hard to do this level up part. And see. Healing bonus. So we're gonna do these because I do think I need them. Like that. It used to be so much more expensive to train, and I didn't used to get this much gold. They've made things simpler, and now I sound like a complainy old lady. Let's slay some tuskmongers. Sirloin's garden. Sirloin. Because a sirloin is like a cut of meat, I think. I do not have a telly, no. Digestives, yeah, it is a bit. It's one of those brand names that you're so used to it, you don't question it. But if they came out with that now, you would question it. It's like the hair brand Schwarzkopf. We don't question it, because it's always been called that, but I literally can't translate that into English for you, because it would be hate speech. A man in shorts just walked past in the rain. Why was he wearing shorts? I am so confused. Why is he walking on the... It's probably one of my neighbors. Otherwise he shouldn't be here. In the middle of the... Well, it's not nighttime, but the gates are locked at this time. So I didn't expect to see somebody walk past, but I do have a neighbor that likes to wear shorts. Now, come to think of it. It just looked cold. It's wet outside. I am really happy I'm in the Valkyrie. Even when she's making vaguely weird noises at me. like this outfit, and at the same time I don't really like it. Like, it's a little trippy, the color effect, but it's also kind of glorious. And one of my, oh, it's Fairy, my main character, has like a green cape. She kind of needs a green cape, not gonna lie. She'd also look great with a grey cape, which you can get here in the keep somewhere. I am getting my ass kicked by this Taskmonger. I don't know how to pronounce it. This thing! Well, it means... Swatch kind of means black, and Kopf means head, so, or skull, so you could, a man in shorts just walked past in the rain and heard a woman in a boat bashing at 4T board and shouting. I can't. I honestly don't think he would have heard me at all. Because there's a tarp covering the back of the Valkyrie against the rain, and I'm fairly far in here and not speaking all that loudly either, so he probably just heard mumbling. But I mean, this is a boatyard. We're all a little weird, so if he did hear that, I don't think it would bother him much. He's a man who walks in shorts in the rain. I don't think he's scared of anything. They're leveling up so quickly these days. We're already level 5. Wait, guys. I can use the spear. Ah, ah, ah. But I don't know how to use it. That was... Oh, I can do a triple thing now. I am powerful. I am not, but, you know. At this point, I think that I should start reading from the book just to keep me from speaking. Yes, I've slayed all the Tuskmongers. Oh, I want chocolate cake. Yes. It's healing chocolate cake. Surprise. There are more quests somewhere. Oh yes, it's this dude. No. I don't want to speak to him first. Okay. Now can I speak to him? But... maybe later. Okay, so he's like, oh, go save the annoying lady. But. You used to be able to do this fast. I don't like it. Why is he wearing like a one piece outside of his pants? Trash that you are. Oh, this isn't gonna go well. Actually, it might go okay, because these guys are... Here, we're gonna get you downed. And then I'm gonna hit your boss in the head. Hard. My boss said something today, and I was like, are you giving me sass? I was doing my job, too. I don't know why, I don't know what he said, but I definitely remember looking at him, and again, he's younger than me, so, and joking back, like, are you giving me sass, young man? As if I'm an 80-year-old lady. Oh, it used to just heal 100 until you, like, went and learned how to do potions or something. They've changed this so much just in the last 5 years since I did this last. Assuming I actually did this part. Yeah, a Sneevil just stole the boss. The box. Floop, floof. Decayed Bandit's Blade. Let's see. That looks cooler. I'm not sure if it's better, but it looks cooler. Now can I... Haha. Oh yeah. We're gonna go to a Sneevil Ninja Dojo and steal back a box. Miss. Yeah, I know, B. That was hilarious. Doesn't the man go save her? She wanted... Who wanted us to water her garden? I have missed something important. Yeah, but I can use the sword and then the immediate miss was hilarious. The game had excellent timing there. Look at how cute they are. And like with a broken blade and one of those little trident-y thingies. That's not what they're called, I bet. So I have a favorite part in my new book. It's not in the... So the way my series works is that there's a number of novellas in a series, and some of them are grouped together, happening like fairly close in time, like the Love Street Detectives. It's 3 novellas. They happen kind of, well, within the same year, and Love Street Detectives 1, 2 and 3. And the book I've just gotten is the sort of putting it together book that is all 3 novellas plus extra scenes. And I have an extra scene that is my favorite. Chapter 7.5, and they called her Spider. 48. Oh. And the numbers... I've just received this book. The numbers are not in the part of the page where I would expect them. But it's okay. I would expect them at like the end of the page, but they're closer to the middle instead. What happened there? Who formatted this? It was me. I didn't do a good job, clearly. Now I need to check and see if the smaller books have this issue. Give me a moment. Let's see. Oh my gosh, they do. What is happening? You know what? It's character building. It was totally on purpose, and nobody has heard me admit otherwise. It does look kind of cool, actually. It's because I looked today, because nothing is going quite the way I expected it to today. Who? What? I feel like I missed pieces of you guys' conversation, which is impossible because it's written down. But yeah, this is my favorite section of the books, and I'm gonna read it to you. Chapter 7.5, and they called her Spider. Spider walked slowly through one of her larger pocket dimension libraries. She probably spent more time spent beyond space or time, in them than most people knew. So much so, in fact, that had she been a truly mortal being, she would have questioned the wisdom of leaving time quite so often or so extensively. You did still age for a fashion. In pocket dimensions. She was 900 years old. But she'd have to add at least another decade of living outside of the normal dimensions over the years. Being outside time slowed down time, even for your body. But it didn't cease entirely. She passed more bookshelves, which did not gather dust, because none was to be found, not here. It was an old world of hers, 3 centuries at least, and as she'd long since started to place new material in newer places, it had not changed in at least 200 years. It was bittersweet, seeing how it looked just like it had when times were different, and her place was another entirely. Before they left London the first time, and before she had returned home to find it was no longer hers. Just a shadow on walls she had helped build. Her old potion rooms hidden and barred, and the long descendants of children she had once seen as her own, having forgotten who she was. Lilith had feared her for years and years, and though she never blamed her, and it was long, long past, Lilith's granddaughters had played with her much like her own great-grandma had done. And her daughters had grown up never questioning that she was a safe presence in their lives. Still, it hurt. She had not been a nice sort of witch, nor kind, but she had always been kind to them, and mortals forgot so quickly. She did not blame them, actually, but it was lonely. So lonely that the only one who truly remembered, aside from her, was lost at sea, and she had been left behind, caring too much to just cat and run. Oh, I thought it was a potions box, I didn't look. Whoops. She had been left behind, caring too much to just cut and run, to hide underneath the waves and not watch as they came to an end. So she stayed. She helped. She saved Lilith's life, then she saved it again. She assisted mortals on her behalf, mostly to protect her, but sometimes because it was the right thing to do. She taught Ernst everything he needed to know to safely tackle ghost problems and magical enchantments. He was less of an enchanter and more of a hunter than his mother had been, but that was the way of the mortal lines, ever changing. She taught his daughter Alice all about Selkies and their traditions as soon as she asked, and smiled when nobody saw it when she got married and had 2 beautiful half-Selkie children. Half-Selkie children. I'm gonna say that again because I was drowned out. I love this stuff, it's pretty. And look, it matches us so well, but I'm not sure we can use it because it's a staff and we're not a wizard. We need to defend the gang, the place against, yeah, this is not a good thing for me to use. Oh, look at that! I was about to say I can fight now, and then I missed again. She helped her nephew understand humans enough to court Elizabeth, and she let her go when she asked, only to accept her back in a moment when she realized her mistake. She didn't hold it against her, nor Ernst for his prejudice, and she helped raise Elizabeth's 3 eldest daughters while she was gone, and her youngest when she returned. She helped Nather the Hydra through what Bluebell expected of him, when she flirted with him in her 20s, and guided Bluebell through the magic she'd need when death courted her a decade later. She watched for generations at what really her family, more than they knew, forgot all about her and thus adopted her anew later. And she stayed. She passed through the stacks until she found the right book, and let herself back out into the shop from her magical bubble with the spell recipe they needed. She'd always stay, never mind that it broke her heart. She was too loyal to her family, her lost lover's family, by blood, to ever leave. She was there to protect them, and protect them she always would. It broke her heart to be here by herself, but she simply couldn't leave them to fend for themselves. She didn't have the heart to, and besides, must. So we don't get to see that side in the novellas. They are much fluffier, but story time. It is a weird thing to have written a book and to be able to see on Amazon, like, I don't have massive sales, but people buy my books and presumably read them. And I see on TikTok sometimes that, you know, they're on people's to-read lists, and it's weird. And fantastic, and a privilege, and oh so scary. The Boxopolis. I don't know what a Boxopolis is, but we're gonna rate it. She has purple eyes. That's hot. I don't know if it's hot, but it looked cool. Yeah, we need to give her a tan. But we need to get to Falcon Reach before we can do that sort of thing. Somebody else just walked past. My door is open. Valkyrie's door, rather. Which I should probably close fairly soon because it is getting kind of cold. But I can't see out super well because it's kind of covered, but I can see out and just accidentally spy on my neighbors. Oops, I tried to come on. But the mouse is doing that thing where it's freaking annoying again. I want the thing where I can toss things at 2 enemies at once. Oh, I should have started with him. And then used the double on this guy. It's like I haven't done this before. Sneevil Stack Attack. That's just the best name. This book, because it's 3 novellas and then extra chapters, there's literally 6 pages of just the page, just like telling you about the pages, the table of contents. It's 6 pages because the chapters are short because they're novellas, and this book is a short. And I've always wanted to do the Tolkien thing and go book 1 and book 2. But he only did 1 and 2 and I have a 3. Does that mean I'm superior to Tolkien? Probably doesn't mean I'm superior to anything. It means I can't format correctly. But I do sort of love the weirdness of there's just the page numbers are in the wrong places. It doesn't matter, even remotely, because you can see them, but it's like they're closer to, like, they're on the side of the page closer to the spine instead of the edges. Oh, I did that thing again. But he has 15 and he has 12 lives, so I don't think it matters, but... Ta-da! Is that like brown here on her? I was gonna read the first chapter. Every novella in the series starts with a chapter heading that is on the corner of Love Street. And then at the corner of Love Street in St. George's Park, it's just, all of them start the same. But different from Dickens, they aren't all the same. If you read beyond the first sentence, there will be differences. And yes, I'm taking a dig at Dickens, I don't like him. He wrote the same book like 16 times. At the corner of Love Street in St. George's Park, there was a small shop with a window full of glass baubles, crystals, and odd little shapes cut in parchment. Even more odd than the display itself, the sign above it proudly I lost track of my reading because she missed. It proudly proclaimed that the private investigators were in. By the general population of London, it was mostly perceived as a hoax, if they noticed anything at all. By those in the know, and especially in need, they were known as the Love Street Detectives. Behind the counter, the owner was busy threading beads into a delicate piece of lace. Anemone Sherwood was a petite, lithe female who looked about 30 and always wore a smile. She had the physique of a runner, and the hands of the craftswoman that she was. Her eyes, of the brilliant lilac colour she was named for, were warm and kind and... Stop missing! Jeez! And that was largely why her customers loved her so well. This was the moment the doorbell gave a merry little rumble and the door opened. Anemone looked up, only to look back down at her work with a fond expression. Bluebell Sherwood was everything her sister was not, and yet they were so alike that their status as identical twins was simply not to be debated. Equally as lithe, she was a tougher sort, and currently dressed down in leather look tights, a short lace dress, and black skater pads, with her rollerblades grasped firmly in one hand and a demon knife in another. Bluebell, her eyes exactly as blue as you would expect, was never really without a knife. That looks serious. Do I need to actually wake up for this? Spider yawned from her spot by the fireplace, a book of Wiccan lore mostly successfully balanced on the armrest of her chair. Bluebell impatiently hustled their pale-faced customer inside without a reply. As he stepped into the light, their new client blushed at the attention. He was tall and muscular, with broad shoulders and a shy facial expression. Why didn't I start with that? I don't know. Hi, he said by way of nervous greeting. I'm looking for someone who can deal with a ghost. It was definitely a question, though it shouldn't have been. Oh, I don't need to wake up for this, Spider decided, and promptly returned to snoring. Bluebell huffed, walking over to hang her blades up on a peg behind the counter, but keeping the knife. She smoothly scooted up into the low, wide windowsill next to where her sister was working to remove her sports protections. battle rage. I want to see. So these are mostly really low like levels, because it used to take forever to level up, and then they haven't changed that. Let's see. Can somebody heal me, please? Thank you. Black Dragon Box. Survey. The Naturalist. He does surveys. Here he is. Survey. We're gonna find a seed bag with bads of seeds. You're ruining their box fort. Yes, I am. Oh, does that mean my reading is good, B? Is that why you get sleepy? Or are you just tired? Forest Fury. Where was I? I've lost track of what I was. I changed the page. Yeah, Bluebell huffed and walked over to hang her blades up on a peg behind the counter, but keeping her knife. She smoothly scooted up into the low, wide windowsill next to where her sister was working to remove her sports protections. Anemone smiled at their customer. Excuse my colleagues, they find ghosts very boring. The man laughed, immediately put at ease by the welcoming shop owner. That should not be so reassuring, but it is, he confided, a handsome smile lurking at the corners of his mouth. I'm assuming that means you can help me? Anemone nodded in a soothing manner, gesturing softly towards the armchair opposite the counter. I'd say so. Why don't you sit and tell me all you know? Most ghost issues are minor things, though we could tell you such stories about the exceptions. She gave him a warm, kind smile which made her eyes glitter. I might be able to make a charm for you that'll do it, or if I can't, I doubtlessly have a colleague who will give you a hand, and I apologize in advance for their yawning, as they do. Highly reassured and not a little charmed, the man did exactly as he was told. And the second chapter is called There's a Spell for That. That's Spider's personal motto. And I have another... I also have 2 chapters after each other in the third book that goes, the sort of thing that people die for, and then the sort of thing that kills people. My chapter, like the way I name chapters is probably some sort of... I don't know. It probably means I need a therapist of some kind. I also have another chapter called The Politics Stage. And I wanted to read it for you, but I can't find it. Surely I wrote the book. I should know where the chapters are. Oh yeah, it's 10.5. Look, it's a chunkier book than I'm used to. It's hard. It's a very short chapter, but it features Anne Boleyn. Spider is old, peeps. Curse B. Okay, B. Scam of a day, scam of a ding cool. Wait, I did that wrong. Scam of a day, scam of a ding family. Skriv upp det här. Skam över dig, skam över din ko. Also that noise should wake him up. She doesn't make us at all as much money. I think maybe it was that first quest. Yes, we are now investigating the tree they should be eating for because they're overly aggressive, those bird things. So this is Spider making friends with Anne Boleyn. She eventually leaves the court of Henry VIII after Anne Boleyn's death because she's pissed off on her friend's behalf. But this is them making friends. The witch, if you had asked her later, would have said that she was young at that time. And if you looked over to where she stood, half hidden in the shadows behind and to the side of Henry VIII's opulent throne, she sure looked young. A fellow Hydra, or witch, would have agreed with that statement. Yet she was, by quite an impressive margin, by far the oldest creature in that room, if not yet the most powerful, depending on how you counted such a thing. Wearing a heavy silk gown she didn't like, the part Hydra witch was calling on the earth almost casually, letting threads of magic alert her to anything of importance that might be going on, when she was interrupted by a young woman dressed richly in green. "You're always lurking," she noted to the witch, smiling. "I know Henry introduced us a month or so back, but I don't think I've ever spoken to you since." The king's betrothed, Anne Boleyn, tilted her head. "They tell me that witchcraft is a sin, yet you're—" She didn't finish her question, perhaps thinking better of it, realizing it was too sensitive to say aloud, or maybe just understanding that the witch needed no more. They were both veterans in the game of court, and words were only useful some of the time. The king's will be God's will, and so how could I be anything but a tool for justice? The words were smooth and almost rehearsed, but the accompanying smile was honest, and Anne grinned back, delighted. "Well, in that case, could you tell me my future? Or maybe make me more likely to bear sons? Fast, please." The words were half jest, half honest, and they laughed together. "You'll have to do that part by yourself," the witch admitted, easily and honestly, unusual as that was for this room. "But stick with me. I'll give your children all the luck they'll need to keep the throne, when the day comes." Anne's laugh was genuine and infectious. "I'll hold you to that." And I am going to find the chapter where there's death. Literally. In two senses of the word. These are just, well, they're exclusives for this book, and I am seeing them in print for the first time, so I'm excited. What? Was that the curse, or was it... What is the what? I'm just shaming your cow. Oh no, he's gonna hit me multiple times in the head and it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna hit you back. If we did things an eye to an eye, the world would be blind. But these guys grow their eyes back, so it's okay. Welcome to me doing logic. Bluebell opened her eyes in the golden light of the realm of death, and calmly took stock of herself. She was alone, sort of floating in a non-corporeal sort of way, but her solitude was short-lived. as death appeared almost immediately. He met her calm presence with the warmth she'd come to expect. Death was different, in a profound way, from most other beings she knew, but he wasn't altogether any more unpredictable. In fact, she knew many people more able to surprise her, though he had never bored her yet. And we're doing an investigation with survey here about what's happening. Your father killed you, he stated with a calm that matched hers. As far as I can tell, he hasn't started to gather his power around him yet, but I'm assuming he's about to. Bluebell nodded. Death tilted his head. Your sister was here, but I'm sure you knew that. Bluebell nodded again. Death smiled somewhat sadly at her, then he made a soft sound. There, your paternal line's magic. You'll be leaving me soon. Bluebell answered only with a raised eyebrow and a small smirk. I know, he answered her unspoken offer simply. I will. Another heartbeat, if there had been any, and then he bowed his head and smiled, an expression of pure affection. Until next time. She smiled back, and then she was gone. So that is bits and bobs from my new book, which is available lots of places as an ebook, and if you want the paperback, it's available from Amazon. There will also be a hardback of this one. I don't do the smaller books as hardbacks, but I will eventually with these bigger ones. But yeah, you can get the paperback from Amazon this far. There will be more places eventually. Valkyrie is making clucking noises. Like water is flooding in around her. It's a scary noise. It's nothing scary, like it's not a problem. She is currently somewhere where she kind of ends up in the, on the rocks a little bit. So it's kind of dry around her, and when the water comes back, it kind of floods in, making a scary noise. But the water is meant to kind of flood around, and then it will lift the boat, because V is a boat, so she floats. But yeah, the noise is scary. I'm just hitting the fenceless bears. What's happening here? Small bear? It's huge! Is there a big bear version somewhere? So I have done so much stuff and run so many errands this week. I've had a very busy 3 months, and I was like, if I manage to do all I should this week, or even like remotely, I'll be settling into some sort of normal version of life again, which is really nice. Like, there's hope, and I've done a good job this week, but this week has been brutal. The amount of things that I've done, whoop, and the amount of like the amount of adulting that's happened is just... I don't think I've gotten more than 6 hours of sleep any day this week. Which is worth it though, because I feel like I've finally caught up with stuff. But yeah. I am a satisfied... I am a happy but tired bunny. We're gonna heal ourselves. Oh no, they're making a mound. The rats are stealing fruit from the fiery floaty things. And then they're making a mind control serum out of it by making it rot. This is not as I feel like this was meant to be kind of unlikely back in the day, and now it would just not surprise me at all. It's like this aged more well than I would have liked it to. Is that a thing? It aged like whiskey. It's good, but you feel kind of tipsy. Did that statement make sense? It probably did not. Fish. 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 Why am I making the noise? He's already doing it. But yeah, I also got my new carpet while I was doing home improvements in the Valkyrie and lots of other stuff. So it's super nice in here now. I'm really tired. And I still need to change the counter space in my kitchen. Yeah, and I've had a busy month, or several, with like getting so much stuff for my books prepped before I started full-time work, and then training was intense. The first real month kind of happening, it was intense. So much stuff. It's a lot. It's really a lot. But it's getting better, and the Valkyrie is snug, and I have blankets. And I had an order from IKEA waiting for me when I got home today. I'm Swedish, so there's nothing I love more than a good IKEA order. Well, actually going to IKEA. But that's gonna have to wait until I get that car. Unless one of my friends who have a car wants to go to IKEA and listen to me explain what everything means. It's hilarious because when you speak Swedish, lots of the IKEA product names actually mean something. Actually, that's a good stream idea. Just go on the IKEA website and translate stuff. Do you guys want to do that for the end of stream? I feel like this is gonna end up a series because we've made Greenleaf now, so we kind of can't abandon her. Is that just how my brain works? Oh no, this giant rat is gonna kill me. She said completely calmly. Ah! Sorry. I am so sorry for making that noise. He killed me. He murdered me in cold blood. I mean, I murdered all his friends first, but still. I have been murdered. Avenge me. I mean, I will do it myself, but it's the principle of the thing. I am going to kill you so hard, sir. I don't know why I called him sir. Like, that's a weird thing of... Does he have resistance to... I don't think so. Don't say that to somebody who literally just killed you. Don't you have any self-preservation, young lady? Okay, this is going better this time, I think. Yeah, hit him hard. You, sir, will regret when you ever messed with me. Ta-ta! Let's see, we have 3 pouches of sparkling sand. I think we need 5. Oh, just 1. It used to be 5. Because I kind of, and it dropped on more quests than it usually did. They've made everything so easy. No, wait. Did I already get those things? Yeah. You can't see the belt, but you can see the cape. It's kind of nice. Should we get a helmet? Because we have the extra thing. And her hair is kind of boring. There's so much junk in her backpack. We need to... She has that helmet and the cloak, and then she's super green. It's goofy. I like it. That one is way behind. So we've done this, I think. Oh, the tree fort. We want to tree fort. I think we did this with Fairy Fall last week. It is dark outside, but the Valkyrie is like cozy. And everything's nice. Gotta love some coziness. Oh wow, they have more life than they used to. They remade this quest, but apparently it still affects like young players as well. This is so much harder than it needs to be. It didn't used to be optional, I don't think, but they did this to it, so. I used to love it the way it was. And I sound like an old lady again. I used to love it when they were all like 5 health and you just tore through them, but it was so goofy. And there were weird knock-knock jokes, and it was good fun. Alright, B. Have a lovely rest of your night and rest of your week. Take care of yourself, and hopefully I'll see you Wednesday. What about you, Michelle? Are you already home, or are you prepping to go home from work? I am honestly going to, I want to make the stream at least like an hour of actual content. But It is not gonna be a super duper long stream because I am incredibly tired. That's probably not gonna stop me though from going after my kitchen right away and trying to fix things in it, because I am reckless like that. It is kind of unusual to have you guys being Michelle in here and not Nina. It always feels weird when Nina isn't here. I think, because Michelle, you're almost always here as well, but sometimes you're not at the end of the stream, so it's, I don't know, I just, Nina is a staple. What do we do without her? How long is this quest? I'm running out of health here. Monday off? Gonna play so much Sims 1 or Sims 2, or are you more of a 3 or 4 kind of gal? Play them all. In order. What? Is that because I leveled up? Like, that is so much life he has. Jeez. I hope everyone enjoyed getting to hear some chapters. I enjoyed reading them to you. I get self-conscious about the weirdest stuff about my books though. Like, sometimes I worry that the font is too large. And it's like, honey, what? It is a very pleasant font to, like, read without focusing too hard. It is just like Times Roman 12 or 11 or something. Oh no. Oh my gosh, is she gonna be killed by Sneevils? That just isn't okay. Oh no, I should have done the Tripoli thing. Yeah, we miss Nina. Oh, I hope your kitty is okay. Yeah, so the two of you will miss 2 Fridays of trauma bonding. And we've already missed 2 Fridays of playing the new Sims 2 Legacy. At least I only forgot something this time. Like, I didn't hurt myself or anything. Which you might recall, I accidentally cut my finger last time, but it's absolutely fine now. There's nothing, it was just a little cut of, like, my finger on the razor in the shower. I think I was careless when I picked it up or something like that. But it made handling the computer mice rather hard. This is taking forever. She is not powerful enough for this. Sims 3. I never got into Sims 3. I have friends that play it, but it was always just a little like... Wait, what did I read there? Was the password? Oh no! I meant to go to the thing and get healed. I'm going to be so pissed if I get killed by Sneevils. And I'm always amazed when new Sims players are like, oh, Sims 2 is so hard. Because I'm a Sims 1 player in my heart and soul, as everyone who ever watches this channel will know very well. That's my sort of original obsession, and that's where I got started. I love Sims 1. And after Sims 1, like, I find Sims 2 kind of easy. Like, it's easy, it's very enjoyable, it's super quirky, I really love it, I adore me some Sims 2. But I would never even remotely have the idea to say that it is hard. I need some better weapons, like seriously. And then people who play 3 and 4 are like, oh, Sims 2 is difficult. And I'm like, I don't know if I want them to try Sims 1 or if I don't, because they just die, I think. Literally, when it comes to their characters. Some things are easier in Sims 1, like starting a deathly fire. So much easier there. Drowning people. It's annoyingly hard to drown people in Sims 2. They do this floating thing, and it's just... it takes so long. Is he still stunned? He's now. He's properly knocked out. Yeah, I never got into it. I tried Sims 3 and found it kind of annoying and then gave up. It was back when it was very new. And I never got into it. I got into Sims 2 more because before I got my current laptop, I couldn't play Sims 1 for like a decade, and but what I like most in Sims 2, so in both Sims 1 and 2, I tend to have this like immortal woman gathering knowledge and magic and learning stuff, and she's awesome and she paints lots of pictures, and that's great in both of the games. Like I do a lot of that and I enjoy it. But in Sims 2, I got into, after getting the sort of, the mod for having 30 people in one house, just building up a whole family, and just generation upon generations, and weird things happens, and oh, Bigfoot is in the family, and there's weird little rooms in the cellar because you're 6 generations deep, and what? You don't know what happened, but you're having a grand time. And just, that is something I really enjoy with Sims 2. And I'd never... So I think I got more into Sims 2... because I never found it enough chaos in Sims 2 with like 8 people, but when you have 30, the chaos is satisfying. There's a satisfying amount of chaos. Well, it was annoying. Maybe it was just buggy back then and they fixed it a bit. But yeah, it was annoying. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I do feel like the earlier and much harder. Like Sims 1 is difficult. Sims 4 seems to be like a dead baby can play it. I don't know why I put it like that. And somebody at work and me were having like a conversation today about, you know, I've gotten so much done this week and I'm so relieved because so many things have come together, and just getting a bunch of stuff settled with the boat, I feel more relaxed when I get stuff done. I don't know what wire has been cross-connected in my brain, but I find it it's a relief to have gotten stuff done, and I feel like my 3 months of just being behind is kind of over. I do still have things I need to do next week, but I got through a good 75-80% of what I needed to achieve this week, and so I don't have to be a small army anymore. Like, my to-do list for next week is completely doable for one person. And so I was saying to a colleague that I'm kind of relieved. Part of me just wants to go home and cry from sheer relief. And he looks back at me and goes, "Oh, well, you deserve to cry." Oh gosh, not like that. And I'm like, I know what he meant. And I told him so, like, but it sounded so funny that, well, you deserve to cry. Oh, wait, no, you don't. It's like, yeah, it's good to know I'm not the only one who sometimes I mean one thing and it doesn't come out, and I just put my foot in my mouth by accident. If you haven't liked the live, liking the live is good for Pop-Tarts. And possibly bad for Sneevils. I liked them better. But you can't find the good weapon. I need much better gear. This quest is taking forever. It will be the last quest of the night. She's just hitting them with a blunt object. I love how mismatched. It's not working at all. Wait, did you see just that pink, like, suitcase there for no good reason? I should probably heal myself, or at least grab a potion, or I will get killed by a Sneevil. Yeah, I never thought I'd live to see the day where "you deserve to cry" is used as a nice phrase. You deserve to have a good cry if that's what you want, but, you know. We will goof sometimes. It was really funny. Here's the healing. Give me that good health use. And I had a senior person, like, who was teaching me something at work this week ago, because we have a part of, like, in our guides of, oh, check if there's suspicious activity, and she was walking me through something and clicking past that option and going, and there's nothing sus, and I'm like, tell me you used to play Among Us without telling me you used to play Among Us. I am surrounded by Gen Zers. And I don't mind. But it's always a bit off to me. Like, it's not when I expect when I tell my boss that somebody did something they shouldn't and he rolls his eyes at it and like, oh, I'll tell them. And it's like, pardon? Bosses aren't supposed to roll their eyes. I mean, he's not rolling them at me or anything, or in an impolite way. He's not. But it's just that he has that gesture in his sort of repertoire of gestures is just wrong to me. Especially since I spend so much time in boatyards, which is where sometimes I text like a 60-year-old man, because those are the people I have around me in most of the places where I live. And if you have, so you're exchanging text messages with somebody about a boat, there's definitely gonna be an amount of, that sort of thing happening. And just you're texting somebody about whatever they may be and like, could you do this or whatever you might need, and then you just get a thumbs up back. And if you do that to Gen Zers, you scare them. Oh, I can do both at the same time. That's not normally a thing. Oh, it's because I've been taking potions. That'd be why. Thank you for liking the live, Michelle. Pop-Tart appreciates it. A holy smackerel? A what? And I had a little stuffed toy with me today to work, because I don't know why that was in my bag, but I must have packed it really sleepy. But my friend was super excited to meet said stuffed animal, and she was like, oh, it's the Tism. And I'm like, well, it's Tiggs. And she's like, no, it's called Tism. And I'm like, no, the stuffed animal you're holding, her name is Tiggs. And she's like, oh. Gotta love a good stuffed animal. I said that was the last quest. So it was an incident with some bandits. That didn't used to be there. Like, that path. But it's been 20 years, so I don't know why I keep being surprised. These guys try to rob me, and oh my god, they have way too much mana and life. What is happening? How am I meant to beat them up? All of this is scaling way too quickly because I'm already at 8, but my weapons isn't catching up. Oh, and I also need to go and train for the thing, but like, I'm getting my butt kicked. It's not fun for me. Alright. I am kicking some good bandit butt. I'm not sure that meant what I thought it meant. You gotta kick some bandit butt sometimes. And I'm not gonna waste my good attack on him. Oopsies. This is a little too close now. That was sweaty. my options after the end of this stream is having some dinner, because I just realized I forgot to do that. No, thank you. So have some dinner, go to bed, just have snacks, and go to bed, I suppose. Or tear up my kitchen to fix the thing. I can do that tomorrow. Am I going to? No. I'm probably going to do it right away. That should help me hit them a bit more. Oops. What happened here? Yeah, all Sneevils used to be like that. And look, they're one hit and then they just go down. Look at it. The box fort was such fun. I still don't have the attack 2 people at once thing, which is great when you're a mage, because they have that they can use like over and over. It's so much better than not being a mage. Yeah, it is hard to remember to like lives. B did, I'm pretty sure. I was hoping it was you who hadn't, because you were still here, so I could remind you. I do appreciate the likes. It does really help. And with a channel as small as mine, just you guys writing in the chat makes a difference. Oh, we're back here. Ta-da! But yeah, this is where I'm going to end it. I'm sorry for the shaky start, although I have an inkling that that was probably quite funny. And yeah, things happen sometimes. I will not be back next week because it's my late week at work, so I won't be able to make it in time. I will be back Wednesday week after next with some Sims 1, probably. But yeah, my late shift at work, I just, that week I just don't make it back on time to stream, which is partially very sad. Like, I enjoy the streams and I do miss them. There's also a level of kind of it can be nice having a week off from stream, and at the same time I miss them. It's a mixed bag of treats, I guess, but life usually is. You're super welcome, Michelle. I hope you have a lovely weekend and a lovely week next week. Yeah, they're not super late. I just get back to the Valkyrie after 9. And so the streams would have to be at like, this one was at 9, and on Wednesdays they're at 9:30, and they would have to be like at 10:30, which is just too late. And I need to sleep and all of these things, so. Somebody in a hood just walked by. It's like, that looked like, you know, a bad B movie, The Scary Magician. That's what it looked like. They were probably just wearing a morning gown after being at the showers. I think I will have a great week. I think I will be way less over busy, so it'll be nice. Take care and see you soon.